Is Joe Milano Game of Spades Win truly a win? Listen, we're gonna find out. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. It's Fat Boy Friday, people. Yo, what's going on, party people, Fat Boy family? You already know what it is. It's Fat Boy Friday. So that means we're coming to you with a full fragrance review. I can't talk today, but for those of you who are just coming by for the first time, man, I appreciate you checking out my channel, Fat Boy Finesse. This is the place where I show you how to finesse fragrance. I'm supposed to show you how to finesse food and fun and faith and some other things as well, but we'll get to that. We rocking with the fragrances right now, but I appreciate you, man. If you like what you see so far, feel free, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, go ahead and click the bell so you can be notified every single time I post new content to the channel. But it's Fat Boy Friday, meaning I give you a full fragrance review. So we talk about packaging, we talk about presentation, we talk about the atomizer, we talk about the actual scent DNA, the breakdown. We also talk about the performance, the price, and quite frankly, is it a win or not, who it's for? You know what I'm saying? So that's a full fragrance review from me. First of all, I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank God that that the hurricane was, and I want to be careful how I say this. It wasn't as bad as it had the capacity to be. That hurricane was en route to be historically devastating. And so, man, I'm grateful, you know, that God, you know, allowed the storm to kind of speed up, you know, that dry air that came through. So all of my folks, you know what I'm saying, everybody in the community, everybody that's in the Florida area, still praying for those who are without power, you know, those who have experienced flooding damage or whatever. But from what the fear initially was, that's what I'm saying. So I don't want anybody to feel disrespected, but from the fear that initially was, it looks like we kind of avoided a disaster, man. So I'm glad to hear that everybody's doing okay. And hopefully you've had a fantastic week, man. And listen, have you turned your AC off yet? I'm in North Carolina. North Carolina is kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I ain't turning this air off yet, you know, cause like, even though I haven't had issues with my asthma in like a decade, I am a registered asthmatic. We got that albuterol, that Prevento. And so, you know, when weather starts changing, you start changing fans and temperature, stuff gets weird. Can't afford to get sick right now. So, you know, we on that elderberry, that zinc, that vitamin C, and we're going to keep things level for where it is for right now. But I'm wearing clothes in the house. Nonetheless, I'm gonna shut up. Also, memberships go live this weekend. They might go live today. Memberships go live. This is a way for you, a lot of you, you know what I'm saying? You definitely show support, you show love. This is not mandatory. This is just things that are available. So I can do some different types of things, you know, some member only content, member only live stream, some badges during the live stream, some special things, emojis or whatever, just a way for you to say thanks. And then a lot for my content creators or whatever. I kind of want to do something special for y'all, you know, inside of the community and showing you some other things that I do outside of this. So yeah, a lot of behind the scenes where you will really get to see me just kind of fall back. And so a lot of my reviews, I'm still going to be me. I'm gonna try to be a lot more refined, you know what I'm saying? And get more to the point like a lot of y'all want me to do. And it's not that I'm not going to be me. It's just that I understand that when I watch my content as a creator, like right now, all of this talking I'm doing, sometimes I don't even like hearing myself say all that. It's like, bro, get to the point. And yeah, I know I put markers in the videos and channel markers and all of that. So timestamps. I was like, what the heck is it called? And let you know when to actually get to the review. I was gonna do that today. The only reason I'm telling you right now is I like to be honest with y'all, transparent, what I got going on. Nonetheless, let me shut up. Let's go ahead, jump into today's fragrance. Again, we're gonna be talking about from the house of Joe Milano. We have Game of Spades Win. And I'm gonna tell you what's really crazy. The white balance on my camera is off because, well, when you see it, it might not look like that. But I definitely got to change this color because the way this looks in front of my eyes is not that green to how it's actually showing up on camera. And it may not make a difference. I just noticed that. But yeah, Game of Spades Win. This is a cover. This is their take, their impression, their inspiration, what you know is a clone or a dupe of bond number 9, Greenwich Village. All right, bond number 9, Greenwich Village. You know, Joe Milano has been all the talk this year for the past 2 years, but really 2024, it's kind of been the year of Joe Milano. You know what I'm saying? And King Tafa with his Dupe Dictionary had just taken that to another level. Zakat, I feel like they have something to say about it, but we gonna see. And so, yeah, let's just go ahead and jump in. I know a lot of you guys have jumped on Wildcard. You've got Full House, you got High Roller, you got Bid, you got Moon, you got Royale, which is one of my favorites. You got King, you got Rouge, you know what I'm saying? They got a full suite of things, man. And Greenwich Village is one of my favorite bonds, you know what I'm saying? And so the question is this an actual win? So let's go ahead and jump right into it, go through our normal process. This is the packaging. Yo, y'all can tell I've had this for a while. The same thing happened when I was doing my review of Wildcard. Matter of fact, was that last week's video? I feel like I'm doing Joe Milano back to back. But this is the packaging, this is what you get. So this is the box. Dope presentation, man. I love the niche style presentation that they have. You know, you got the info on the back. You know what I'm saying? And then you have this coffin style. And that's what a bottle sits at, okay? There we go. That definitely, I need it because my boxes, they actually go in storage. It's got the smallest amount of glue up there. So yeah, we definitely need to make sure we get that glued back on. And then here is the actual bottle. So I'll show you that again. So you can see that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful glass bottle. You know what I'm saying? So this is a fresh, floral, fruity, musky fragrance. You got sticker, batch code on the bottom sticker. You may not really be able to see it, but you can see that information there. And then of course you got that dope cap with the spade on it. All right, nice heavy cap. Clearly this is glass. All right, and you also got the JM on the actual atomizer itself. All right. Now, we're not gonna have the debacle that we had last week with the Wildcard atomizer. Y'all know how I feel. Joe Milano has some of the best atomizers in the game. So let's take a look here. You see that? That's pressure, fam. That's pressure. Oh, I took a deep breath. I gotta stop doing that. Woo! Oh boy, smells amazing in the air, tastes horrible in your mouth. Pause. Super. As a matter of fact, let's do this right here. Boy, stop. Boy, stop. Boy, stop. Woo, that was bad. That was terrible. But yeah, man, so you can see the atomizer. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful scent in the air. Again, a lot of ladies love it because, you know, most people feel like it leans to the feminine side. So I'm not gonna say it's like unisex. I think a lot of things are unisex. I think most things are unisex. I love it. It works for me. I think if you're a man who's trying to get, whether it's your wife, your spouse, or you're single or whatever, you're trying to mingle, if you're trying to get somebody's attention, one of the best ways to get their attention is to incorporate things that they actually like. You know what I'm saying? So I can't sit here and tell you what I would actually layer this with other than the oil itself. You know, got an oil from the oil lady. You know what I'm saying? Quick pub. But yeah, I don't know, something that's sweet, floral. NAZAR, I could tell you what I would layer this with. Drip from NAZAR. NAZAR drip, I can see would be good layering. That's just what I can think of off the top of my head. But fresh, floral, fruity, musky, sweet. You know what I'm saying? That's bond number 9, Greenwich Village. In the top, you got some lychee. There's some mandarin orange in the top. It's a plant. I can't see it right now. It starts with a C. Cassis. I'm about to say Cassius Clay. Cassis. There's some water lily, some jasmine. There's a little bit of vanilla, some musk in here, ambroxan, oak moss, and some praline. So to me, It is not an overly sweet. It is a fresh, sweet, floral fragrance that is beautiful. The same thing that's in Bon Numéro Greenwich Village is the same thing that's in Joe Milano Win. The only thing I'm going to say as it relates to the scent DNA and the breakdown of this one, in the opening, the mid, once you get towards the dry down, that's when it's going to settle more and be like, okay, this is Greenwich Village. For a while, this is going to come off, for lack of a better term, and you guys have heard me say this on live streams when you ask about Win, so this shouldn't be new to a lot of people, but for those who are really just coming in and seeing me do a full review for the first time, this in comparison to Bon Numéro Greenwich Village, I'm going to use a word, but I don't want you to be scared of it because I talked about this with Moon. It comes off a little, I want to say watery, like it's almost too fresh, and it lacks in some of those florals. Now it's good. It is still a good cover of Bon Numéro Greenwich Village, especially for the price. But you guys have also heard me talk about this one, which I'm going to introduce. And I think if you are a schnob from the standpoint of you want something specific to Greenwich Village and you want the closer one to Greenwich Village, then go with this from the House of Grandeur Elite. This is Avenue London, or really just House of Grandeur, but you have Avenue London. In this one, the florals, now the Atomizer, you know, it's all right. This is sweeter off the top. Much sweeter off the, I mean, there's a noticeable difference. I think there's less mandarin orange. I think there's more lychee, and I think that there's more jasmine, more peony, more water. The florals boom right out the gate compared to this. So if you are like me, you know how a lot of times you can start buying things. So as it relates to clones, you have like a bunch of the Club de Nuits, the Armaf joints, and you want to complete that collection. You have a bunch of the Maison Alhambra Tom Ford clones. You want to complete that collection. You have a bunch of the Joe Milano joints. You want to complete that collection. You have a bunch of the Al Haramain joints, because in your collection, it just looks good to have these bottles. Now for me, I got both of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, because that's just me, because the collector in me wants the collection to look better. But if I want more of the Bon Numéro experience, boom. And honestly, I just mix them all together, you know, so it really doesn't matter. But again, I just want to say that because people are going to ask. And so me personally, the florals in that, once you get to the dry down, everything is, it's like, okay, we're good. But to me, that Grandeur Avenue London comes off sweeter. The florals are more, I mean, soon as you spray in the opening, you're like, okay, all right. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Greenwich Village, they don't even come off that strong. So, but I do think it's closer in the sweetness and the florals and the freshness that Greenwich Village does give you. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, you can't go, both of these smell good. You can't go wrong with either one. I did just want to mention that because I'm that type of guy in full transparency. I know somebody's going to ask which one is the better buy, you know? Now in the case of, I know somebody's going to ask, even though I've already answered this, in the case of Wildcard, you know what I'm saying? In the case of Wildcard, you've seen they also have this bottle. Joe Milano Wildcard. In the case of Lafayette Street, excuse me, in the case of Bon Numéro Lafayette Street, Avenue Grandeur also has, I think it's called Avenue New York or whatever. Joe Milano Wildcard is the win. So they kind of trade places. So I just wanted to put that out there. But again, as far as we're talking about Joe Milano Game of Spades Win, as we're talking about performance projection, I don't think I tell people it's the same thing you got to understand with like New York Nights. This is not a loud fragrance. Greenwich Village is not a loud fragrance. You know what I'm saying? So Joe Milano Game of Spades Win is not going to be a loud fragrance. You're going to get better performance as it relates to longevity. So we're talking easily 6 to 8 hours. We're not on the 8 to 10 hour range. We're talking 6 to 8, a good strong full day, 8 to 10 hours, especially depending on how many sprays that you're doing. Definitely all of your projection is really going to happen within that first 1 to 2 hours. You're going to have a nice scent bubble. You're going to have a nice scent trail, 1 to 2 hours, boom, that bubble is going to be booming. After that is really going to be about who's in your vicinity. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think the scent trail on this is going to be stronger because the florals are stronger. And because the florals are stronger, y'all heard me talk about florals carry. Florals, they waft. They're like butterflies. They just carry scents. They carry fragrances. They push fragrances off of your skin. You know what I'm saying? Which is why women, they love florals. Women typically love floral heavy fragrances because they project much better. You know what I'm saying? So Greenwich Village does have some strong florals in it. Very fresh, very floral. So it's going to be a head turner. It's going to be very attractive. It's just not beast mode. It's not as loud as Lafayette, as Wildcard, Lafayette Street, because of the notes that are in it. So I want to make sure you do understand that. But yeah, man, it's going to be good. You're going to have a great time with this. This is daytime. This is spring. This is summer, and this is fall. I would not, as it gets cooler, you're not really gonna see this. This is great for like 70 degrees and above. 70 degrees and above. So day parties, man, Sunday services, baby showers, weddings. I wouldn't say necessarily date. This doesn't really come off like a date night fragrance to me. It doesn't necessarily come off, definitely not a gym scent. I mean, even though if you want to wear it, you can wear it. This doesn't come off like a office scent, even though I think you can pull it off in the office. I see people in the bank wearing this for some reason, not because it's like money, but it's fresh, it's floral. There's a little bit of fruitiness to it. It's just good. Like I said, the ladies love it. Ladies love it. It just leans to their end, but I'm a fan as well. So you're definitely going to get a woman's attention because she's going to be like, yo, what is that? Like, that's a nice floral scent. But, sometimes with men, the way things that lean feminine come off our skin is totally different. When you start mixing in all that testosterone and that masculine oil, that comes off, it changes and flips everything up. And so the ladies love it. Fellas, I think you should love it. Definitely. If it's not something you like for yourself, buy for your lady. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely going to love it. She's going to love you even more for it. This is white t-shirt. This is very casual. This is dress up. This is wine tasting. This is a great wine tasting. For those of you who are still out west, down south, if it's still warm, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? Definitely in the daytime. This is day party solidified all day, every day. If you're going to a luncheon, this is brunch approved. Brunch approved, luncheon approved, baby shower approved. So yeah, out of wedlock meatballs. If you know, you know. That sounds crazy. Somebody gonna be like, what the heck is that? Out of wedlock meatballs are the best meatballs you have ever had in your life at a baby shower. But yeah, price, the price on this, I think, is like, you can definitely find this. When I got mine, it was like $20. I got mine from Best Brands and Perfumes a long time ago, and I've gifted like 3 or 4 bottles of these. I put like 10 other people on because I was like, yo, Christian from Best Brands and Perfumes, like earlier in the year, was the first person I seen talking about this. And I know when I sent people to the website, they was like, is this legit? I was like, yes, it's legit. Go ahead and buy it. It's gonna come through US mail, USPS mail or whatever. But if you decide to get this, you can probably find it on Amazon. Perfume box, I think, would be the best choice. I'll link it down in the description. I think they can get it for like $25, $28, something like this. This right here, I tell y'all, for the most consistent pricing, go to LaBelle. LaBelle has all the Joe Milanos. They're most consistent. A lot of people be buying this stuff off TikTok. I don't trust TikTok. Y'all deal with that. Buy at your own risk. I see this floating around eBay. I've seen it floating around Amazon. Let me look real quick. Don't buy it from the Joe Milano website because it's gonna cost you $200. All right, Gift Express, which I've heard is real. They have it for $57.95. Joma Shop has it for $56.99. Perfume Spot, not Shop, but Perfume Spot has it for $59. LaBelle has it for $66. So roughly, even Amazon has it for $63. So roughly around, you can either save $10 depending on shipping or whatever, Amazon might be your best bet with free shipping, Gift Express, Jumbo Shop. Jumbo Shop right now is looking like the best price, but you're not gonna get it until 10/23. So that's 2 weeks from now. Gift Express, you can get it by next Thursday, I think the 17th. Amazon, you can get it, what, in 2 days? I guess, depending on who's selling it, if you got Prime or not. Nonetheless, I wouldn't pay, and don't pay $70 for this because you can find it for cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Do not pay. Yeah, Amazon, you can get this by Monday if you order today. Don't pay more than $70. Even though it's good, it's worth $70. Don't pay more than $70. Some of y'all be tripping because you can't wait. You got to get your hands on the fragrance. But again, this is definitely a win in my book. It's good. It does what it's supposed to. It's definitely one of those to add to the collection. So from the house of Joe Milano, Game of Spades, we have win. Y'all holler at your boy. Let me know in the comments. Hopefully you've been watching the whole time. If you're already part of the family, so you might as well hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and click the bell so you can be notified every time Fat Boy Friday is coming your way. But drop a comment, let me know, are you rocking with Win? Have you been on the fence? Have you been thinking about it? Do you feel like Win? Do you feel like Avenue, London? Which one you going with? What other Joe Milanos do you have? But until next time, y'all have a great weekend. Catch you in the next video, fam.